Hey everyone, welcome to Magnolias. We are live in the porch pot room here at Magnolias. I'm Amy.
I'm Kate, and we wanted to show you some outdoor safe designs today, focusing on our stunningly realistic silk florals that we have in store and online.
So these very, very realistic pine greens and all the things that you would need to be doing your outdoor planters are what we're going to focus on today. We've got some great ideas for you, some tips and the tricks the pros use, and you won't want to miss it because before you know it, it's going to be time to get all those pots ready. I'm sure your other things, if you're anywhere in our regions, have already frozen.
Yeah,
And
it's already getting cold.
Once that happens, you got to make some kind of switch up. So if there are some needs and you are thinking about your planters and pots, this is going to be the live show for you. Thanks for jumping on today. Who is going to hang out with us?
Hello, we got Tammy first to say hello, Tracy
Hi,
and Joanne, hello, Kathy. Happy Wednesday. It is a beautiful day. It's sunny and chilly. It's exactly how I like it.
Yeah. It's just right.
Hi, Vicki, Lonnie, Patty.
The fall leaves look so beautiful. We've had a very pretty fall season this year. We really have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We have.
It's been a nice day.
Hopefully you're all having a great day. I'm going to decorate my demo pot here that is filled with foam. Yeah.
It's so big.
We kind of have the wrong table, but it's going to work.
That's fine. We'll make it work.
So what we're doing today are these planters. Now I have big ones and I have small ones. We're going to start with the big one. We're going to go big or go home, right?
Right.
This is just one of my faux planters, faux stone looking planters. It's pretty good sized, and it is actually, the first one we're going to start with is a 16-inch size. So many of you have these large size planters and pots.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of tips on getting those started for you a little bit easier than normal.
Absolutely.
One thing that I always like to show is using a pine wreath as the base of your planter. Now, my best tip of all is everybody has pine wreaths that have been used on your front door from years past, and you maybe it's weathered badly, it's time to rip it apart, it's time to donate it. And before you throw it away, pull all the trims off of it and just get back to the basic green wreath. Maybe you can get one more season out of it because it can become the base for your design. Just by laying a wreath that's the proper diameter across the top of your pots, you have
quite full.
An instant start. And even if your wreath is subpar, not special or worn out, even if it's shattering outside, it can become a good filler. And then you just layer all your pretty stuff over the top of it, and no one will be the wiser. It just makes it look nice and full. So this would be a 20-inch diameter wreath on top of my 16-inch pot. It's structured like this. If you need one, we sell them. This one's $36. But like I said, that's a great tip for reusing something that you were maybe going to
24-inch then.
Is it? I thought it was a 20. Maybe I'm looking.
That's a 24.
That's true. This is a 24.
So the 20-inch is 32. The 24-inch is 36. I just dropped a link to all Himalayan pine because we also have the stems we're going to show today. If you hold up a stem, we also have. Yep, we're showing those today.
So that's true. The structure of this, the double ring, the outer ring is actually sitting right inside this 16-inch square pot. So it couldn't be more perfect. And by doing that, it fills it in quite well and yet has a little bit of overlap. So overhang looks good. So that is a great tip. I was just thinking I had a 20 there, but it's a 24. And the other option is to use garlands. So I'm going to use a couple different types of garlands as I designed today. This would be an opportunity to use the premium garland, but you could also use a chunk. Maybe you don't need to use a whole one, but you could use a chunk of an old garland and just spiral it in here. The beauty of a wreath on a frame is that it rests on the rim and hangs over. The beauty of just using garland is that you could just wind it around as a base and then start poking your other stems through it for filler. So
what I was thinking, so we have lots of people coming in wanting help with porch pots, and all the inspiration photos they're showing me are realistic, or they are real, and they're trying to recreate real with faux, and it's a lot of draping. So I thought if you take this stunning cedar garland and wrap it, you're going to get that draping effect and have a nice filler with that realistic look.
So I'm just going to stick the end of it into the inside of the planter so it's caught on one end.
Yep.
And then I can actually take the other end and just hook it through one of the pine tips so it doesn't fall off. Yes. So it stays in a circle. And then because it's just resting over here, I could actually sort of poke through to keep it from falling off with other stems and hold it.
Yeah. Oh, Trish said, amazing idea. I used my old worn out Christmas tree last year in my porch pots. It turned out amazing. Thanks for the idea.
Well, that's true.
Yes,
I guess
absolutely.
if you had a hook-in tree and you had some old branches off a tree that was a hook-in, you could do that.
True.
I never thought about that.
Also, Julia said, I want so bad to make a porch pot, but I'm scared to mess it up. Such anxiety. Just poke it in the dirt. Don't glue it in. You can always move things around. Maybe don't even cut your stems. Just rest everything in, poke them in until you have a design you like, and then you can go back and glue it in if you want, or cut your stems to be the correct height.
That's a great tip. So yeah, don't worry about it. You can always redo it. And anyway, everybody's viewing it from a distance generally at your house. So there's a lot of room for fudging how realistic it looks from the street. These little pines here, this cedar garland is one of our hyper realistic natural touch products. So it already likes to drape, and that natural drape looks realistic.
With the price. I'm just wondering.
I just shoved it in there.
Is it this one?
Nope.
Oh, no. Yep, it is. Okay.
I shoved it in there and broke the tag off. So
I think this one's only $32 for the Real Touch cedar pine garland. Oh no, I'm looking at a different one.
Are you?
We have a lot of cedar garlands this year. Here we go. Deluxe, $46 for this one.
So then these little stems here, I guess, are you going to find the prices or am I going to find the prices?
Yeah, I'm going to drop links as we go.
And I don't want to forget to tell you a little bit about this foam. This is my demo pot that I glued this foam into a while ago, but we do sell the bricks of foam for $5. So if you were building a pot from scratch outside, I'd put some weight in it, and I'd also build up the inside of your pot with free foam, like foam that is packing, that comes to your house.
Like the white styrofoam?
Yeah. Cut that, make a big mess outside.
Or even like a box in the bottom, if you want to do that.
But get your weight in there.
Yes.
So put a couple bricks in the bottom, put some heavy river stone, just like rob it from your landscape. Get some sand, something for weight so it doesn't blow around.
Right. Oh, we got lots of fun ideas in the comments. Kathy used the Himalayan pine wreath with her battery-operated Christmas tree in her front pot.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Okay, so this, do you want me to show you what I'm using so you can drop the links? This is a very realistic but completely plastic outdoor safe pine here, a needle pine, it looks like.
This one is spectacular.
Plastic cones. I've bought it more than 1 year in a row. I like the woody look to the stem.
It's called the Long Needle Spruce Pine with Cones. It's 33 inches tall. It's on sale for $15.
So we're just going to be poking into our
and it's in-store only.
Why? It's not in the warehouse?
Yeah, we haven't. We'll send some over, though. Okay. Sounds like Kayla was working on the transfer.
Do you have one you could toss in that box to remind us?
Yes, I think it's over here.
Okay. So then we're just going to put the tallest stems in first and work our way down to the shorter stems. This particular guy's new this year. I had never seen him before. He's a cedar spray, and it's pretty good height, 34 inches. Also a plastic woody looking stem. And of course we're leaving all the tags on everything. I'm working backwards with the camera. Let's see if that works for me. And we're just going to show you a variety of different products. This is one of my faves. It's called a berry spray, but it isn't a berry. To me, it looks like a budding branch, yet it's loaded with ice crystals, which is very pretty. I think that it's nice when you're doing a planter outside to have some things that during daytime hours catch the light, and this sparkly piece does a good job of that. Let's see. Let's add a second one of the cedar, which has those little bud cones.
Dropping a link. This is the glitter brown berry on sale for $10.
And that is just one stem, by the way. One stem goes a long ways in that design. Yeah, this is definitely not the height I like to work at. So now that we got those,
yeah, you're too short for this.
I'm too short. The table's too tall. Oh well, we'll keep going. And we're using our large Himalayan pine. So for most intents and purposes, the big one's going to do the best job outside. We do have some shorter ones that are half this height.
This is called the Just Cut Pine Cone Cedar Spray for $9. I just want to make sure you got the names of these.
So she renames everything.
Yes.
So we're going to put one going each direction here and bend it out. This is the same material as that wreath I was showing you. And one going the other direction. So I'm literally just bending it like this and laying it out across. and it will help fill and cover the mechanics, like your dirt, or it covers your foam. And you want to shape it so that the pieces stand up and don't just lay flat.
And the Himalayan pine, this is the tall stem. We also have a short baby stem here I can grab.
And then put one in the back, right back behind everything.
Short baby, these are only $3.50, and the big ones are only $8. So FYI, that's the Himalayan pine.
$8 is the regular price though, so they're sale price.
No, they're still regular.
Is that the regular
They're
price?
winter, yeah.
Okay. So then we've got one in the back that's making it nice and full and getting all that green filled in around the back side.
Ooh, Sharon was lucky and got one of our porch pot covers. She can't wait to decorate with it. I can't believe how fast those sold out.
We'll get them next year.
We're going to have to get
the guys will have
so
them,
many
but
more.
Whatever we bought, we'll double it again.
I think we had about 100.
So then this cedar bunch is a short little clustery bush, and it is also natural touch. So it's the same product as this garland is, but if I put a couple of those in, I can get more cedar happening here.
Yes, so the cedar bush is beautiful and natural touch, just like the regular cedar stem. I'll drop a link to that. Hey, Nancy and Cahokia, hello. Kathy said, I used to also be nervous when I made things because I wanted it to be perfect. But now I think trees are perfect. Yes, they're imperfect. Yes. So, it just go with your gut, right?
Go with your gut.
It'll come out nice.
You're the one enjoying it. So as long as you like it, right?
So the cedar bush also says sold out online. So I'm going to grab one to throw to the side.
Wow. So Kayla's restocking the online store today, meaning we move things from our store to our warehouse. I gotta turn and look at this because I can see it's getting completely lopsided.
Because you're too tall, too short.
Yeah, the whole thing is just not the right direction for me to design. So
it's a big container there for sure. We have a large component.
Plus, I can't push in at this height either.
Here,
push that one down. Push, Kate. There, fix it for me, Kate.
I can't.
Whatever foam is underneath that foam, fine. What is this thing called? She's going to tell you. It says fur spray. I don't remember what you called it. So
it's fur. Yep, green fur.
And it's a little
That one's unoriginal.
So by blending more than one color of greens, you're going to get more realism because obviously in nature, all your different greenery is going to come out looking different colors as well. So the more combinations of tones of green, I think the more realistic it looks.
Oh, thanks. Everyone's commenting on our Christmas commercial I just posted a little bit ago.
Did you?
Yeah, they said it looks so nice. The store looks gorgeous.
I wondered about that. Did you also post our group photo from
No, I
I
haven't even looked at it.
Oh, put that on your list because we took a big group photo, you guys, and there's new people you can meet in our photo.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got, just for a layer as an option, I don't really need this in here, but just to show you, this is also a cedar stem. So we have shown you the garland wrapped around, the bush that's multi-stems and clustery, and now we have a little single stem. That's an option available.
Are you going to do anything else in this giant container, or will you switch to the small ones?
I was going to switch to the small ones.
I might take this up front to a customer that I know would like this exact...
There's somebody here right now that wants to see it? Oh. Okay, well, let me just throw two of these in there, and then somebody's going to take a look at this.
So when I was grabbing these stems, I was going for a variation in pine shape. So you got the fir, you have this long needle spruce, you have the just cut cedar, you have a nice little twiggy berry in here, and then the natural touch cedar as well.
So you could start adding in some of the high contrast frosty items. And just like that pine cone, when you start putting a little bit of frost in here, it's really going to pop on the background. So let's put something else small. Let's put
the long needle frost instead of something snowy.
Let's do this.
Yeah, those are pretty.
A couple things. So then you could take your green base and you could add a little bit of snow. And maybe this is a transitional thing where you live.
Yeah,
because if it's silly right now to have snowy things, but it will be more appropriate later, you could just start out with all green and then later put in a couple pieces. Like that is our flat, what is this one called?
Snow flat cedar.
She knows the name of
everything. And the snow eucalyptus.
There we go. Okay, now you can go show
somebody. Mary, this is not like a design, but this would be about $300 worth of stems right now.
If we filled it in completely?
Not labor. Like if you just bought the stems, it would be about $300 of stuff right in front of you right now.
Okay. Mr. Guess?
Well, I totaled it up earlier, but you added, but that was $46. So it was like,
just, and I haven't used a couple of
just
stems
about
over
$300 would be the guess for the pile of stems in front of you.
So then if you're going to go show the customer, I better put the rest of the stems in. So we had 4 of these large Himalayan pines, and we had 3 of these cedars, so I'm adding a little bit more.
We also have sugar cones available in the online store, which tucking in a sugar cone,
I'm going to show them how to wire that.
So contrasted beautifully. So yes, that would be cool.
Do you need to run this right away?
Can I?
You can if you need it. Otherwise, I'll show the cedar cone going in.
Why don't you show the cedar cone?
So the cedar cone trick, because this really would benefit from a couple of big cedar cones. Well, there's a lot of
Joanne, I've been dropping links as we go. So I know that in the replay, all the links stack up and you'll be able to find everything.
Perfect. So cedar cones are $9.50 this year. There's a variety of sizes. When we get them, they come, you know, in nature. They're going to come slightly different in height or the thickness of them. But these are all pretty similar this year. And they're gorgeous. They're very nice. Bright colored. So when you work with them for outside use, you need to get them on the pick. Grab a wire, and I am using an 18 gauge here. I think online we're selling the 22 gauge, which is a little bit lighter weight, but that would work too. And I don't go way to the bottom where there's just a couple petals of the pine cone. I go up about an inch, inch and a half to make sure where you're wiring, it's not so close to the bottom that the pieces can break off. So then you just give it one quick twist to start, and then use some kind of a scrap stem. Like these are just pieces that we keep from bigger stems that we cut off. And you roll your stem like this into the wire. I'm not wrapping the wire around the stem. I'm rolling the stem into the wire. And as I'm doing that and it's coming closer and tightening up, my stem is actually going to twist right into the side of the pine cone, which is good because if you get it twisted into the side of the pine cone, it'll hold better. And that's how you get them to stay inside your planter. Give them a stick. You could also give them a stick to sit on. There you go.
And the sugar cones are natural sugar cones, so they all come in different shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm. We'll do one more. Probably you need 2 or 3. I think it's silly to just use 1. It looks awkward. 2 is not bad. And if you're worried about having to use things in 3s, just when you use 2, just let 1 tip over and 1 stand up and it looks fine. So I'll do that here to show you. That one wants to tip over anyway. We'll put this one going straight up. And you keep them nested next to each other. It looks just peachy that way.
Beautiful. I love the draping cedar all the way around. That is so pretty and full. So all the links are dropped. I dropped links to everything in the replay. Everything will show.
And you're going to take that and show somebody?
I am, because someone I think wants to get a design made like this. And they're super heavy.
That's a lot of pine in there. And that's the biggest planter I'm going to mess with today. Let's ratchet it back to these smaller, more manageable kinds. Another fun thing, so talking about using garlands, this is a weird garland. It is a strange colorway, and it's also long and spiky for the needles, but it is shorter. So it's a 4-foot garland. We're just restocking this in the online store. So today I have to move some from the store to the warehouse because I saw there's only 1 in the warehouse. So after today, there'll be more. This is the longleaf vintage pine garland. That's the secret, the word vintage. But because it's 4 foot, you can just make a little circle out of it and twist it together. So, you know, if your garlands from your house are looking a little mangy, you can just put them outside in your planters and you can flip the end of the garland, pinch them together. You can flip one piece hanging down. See how the tip is hanging over the edge there? And that will give you also a nice start to filling things out. So this is an unusual colorway, and it is $39.50 if that's the right tag. Yeah, I better save that tag. I broke it off. $39.50 for that one. And I like that color really well with this little guy. This is a weird colored thing too. So if you just like alternative pines, this is the bottle brush pine spray with cones in brown. You know, I can't read these tiny tags. But that one is a softer, more silicone plastic, also very drapey, a different shape, an unusual color. It looks amazing if you do like high contrast brown with white. And it also looks good with these muted blue greens. So we're going to mix it in with this situation here. This one is new this year. We've never had it before. I'll see what she renamed this one when she comes back. It's an all plastic stem, but it's a gray green. But I do love the different shape, and I like how tall it is. So it's a good backdrop piece. It's also a little flat, so it helps if you sort of bend things around and break up the straightness. Like literally just giving it some kinks and crimps makes it look better. Let's do the second one to make that top have a couple of these in there. It is a good little guy that's new, and when I latch on to something that works really well, I do try to bring them back every year if they're a great value. So Kate will get that link dropped when she comes back in to the room. And then I'm also going to use this pre-made thing. I was going to use this little bud spray again, this berry branch. This is so pretty, but this kind of has a similar sparkle and stick element to it while being a little bit different. And this guy is equally tall. He's the twig branch with pine, and it has these little mini cones on it. The cones are artificial. So this pine cone on here is natural, but these little babies are artificial. Let's put those back up in the height, in the tall for the height. You can see is really good. And if you shape these things, these little twigs up here, if you want to, you can just sort of take around your finger and make a little curl here and there for interest, but they're fun to mess with. And that gives you a good starting background. We're also going to need some of that basic Himalayan pine in green. Where's my big pieces? She just took them with her. I need a couple more big pieces. This is the little one, but I really need the big one. Oh, here it is, behind the camera. Sorry, I'm going to have to grab this from behind the camera. Okay. We're almost organized today. Just about. The big one always works better. The little one, best for small spots or little pots, but this one is going to help fill in the backdrop here, because you can see it's looking a little stemmy and naked at the bottom. There. And we are probably going to benefit from this guy as well. This is my fave. I love the natural pine cone, large size, the long needle, the completely snowed look to this. And that's the Snow Mix Pine Spray. So it's a good sprawly piece that takes up a lot of space. That's why we're going to use that in here. And we're also going to wait and see if we need any more green because I think I'll probably put a couple of these in at the end in between these browns. So let's use that brown bottle brush next and get him draping. He looks like he wants to drape over the sides. So let's just plan on that. Looks good that way. And this one looks good on the other side. And if you are using design foam, the foam is really forgiving. If you poke holes in it and you pull things out, and it takes a lot of insertions to ruin your foam. Like when I make these demo pots, I work with them and put stems in and out of them, 20 times until they get really pitted out, so they have lots of holes and they don't support anything anymore. It takes quite a bit.
Okay, I'm back. It's exactly what you wanted.
Oh, okay. So that first one is gone, and success.
Well, we're going to do, she brought her own birch poles, so we're going to throw some birch poles in it,
good.
And it'll be really fun.
Birch poles are great.
All right, what did I miss, ladies?
So we need to know if you can drop the link for this item here.
That okay. I'm going to grab one.
And then for symmetry, I'm going to use a couple of these snowy things. There you go. So it's starting to get interesting. And then, like I said, now that I can see where I need to break up the coloring, I'm going to put a little bit of green in between here.
This is called the Mixed First Snow Pine Spray.
Okay.
Great price point on that, baby.
And then we use
for only $9.50.
this thing right here, which is right behind you.
Okay, and that one's, oh, I can think of the name.
It's right behind your head.
First Snow Pine, there's a link. And then this guy.
So what this look is just screaming for is birch. And Kate just mentioned birch. We're not shipping birch poles. If you're local, we have some birch poles here, but they're kind of hard to ship, 5-foot birch poles.
Yeah.
So we aren't trying that. I suggest like your local Earl May greenhouse garden center would be a good place to find birch poles.
Really quick, Mom, this is called the Twig, Branch, and Mini Pine Cone Spray.
Okay.
For $15 is the sale
that
branch.
The sale branch?
Sale price. I was typing the word branch. Sorry.
So speaking of birch, though, we do have these little guys. And where is the other color?
Other color?
The other size.
Oh.
Where did the basket go?
Oh, it's up front here. Let me look.
Okay.
I don't know if I saw the other size here, Mom. Here
So
it is right in front.
$19.50 for this size, and then we have $14.50 for this size. So it's basically a 6 and a 4, I think. 6 and a 4. And these little stem balls are just the best thing ever. We also have
Impaled myself.
we also have metallic ones. Let's see if we can find homes for these. The metallic ones are $9.50, or this hammered thing, that's pewter, is really cool. That's $12.50.
Yes,
So
these are all, everything we're showing today is for outdoor porch pots.
Especially these guys. And we sell hundreds of these every year.
Yes, we do.
So they kind of have, if you look close, there's a little bit of bronze accent on them, but you don't notice it too much. So
I'm dropping a link to all of the ornament stakes, or if you're looking for it on the online store, just search ornament stake and they will all pop up. The birch ones are regular price in our winter collection, and the 3 little color ones are on sale for $8.
Okay, sale priced, regular priced. Maybe explain again about our winter products, the difference.
So we're doing something different this year. Our sale is 15% off Christmas. That started during the open house and it's continuing. We're not ending it. But pine is regular price yet, so that way we can get prepped for a winter DIY weekend and a whole winter collection full of designs that you can use from now all the way through February. We've even done winter designs in February. We've just added some hearts, and things to them just for a little Valentine's Day touch, because here in Nebraska, it is snowing well into March most of the times. We get snow. I've had snow on my birthday, March 21st. So,
oh, that's true.
Yeah. So we're used to having, like, Valentine's Day has a mix of pine in it. So that's why we've separated and made an additional season for us to get from the end of the year through the new year.
Yeah, yes. I think we're just going to fill in with some white glossy berries. So
I love those. Those are the crabapple stems, and they are weather resistant for popping in cold, cold weather.
They won't pop, in other words.
Right. White shiny crabapple on sale for $14.
Okay. That one won't stick into the phone. There we go.
There's like chunks of glue in there.
Yeah. So there we have it, an interesting planter with some different colorways. I think I'd probably put another brown stem up high, but I don't have one handy. But it could use another brown stem.
Now we've
got.
I had it shaped. Here it is.
You have it. Is this okay? Oh. I don't know if you'll notice it as much. It's a good one, but I'm going to save it for the next planter. Let's do this one in the next planter. So I do think this turned out really well. The birch looks great in there. It's a good opportunity.
Looks like you added a garland to that. So I'm dropping a link to that. It's called the vintage garland.
Long leaf vintage.
And I'm dropping a link on sale.
That one, as I mentioned, is going to need to get transferred to the warehouse today because there's only one at the warehouse.
Joanne asked, what would you put in around your Christmas tree? I bought last year, I thought presents, but I was wanting something different. You could do our birch trees nestled next to your actual tree would be beautiful. You could do lanterns on the ground, really large lanterns, 2 sizes. You could do some of the big polar bears. You could do suitcases, the brown bears.
Underneath my Cedar Hill traditional tree, we have antique suitcases underneath there, which I do like old suitcases.
Yeah, I personally like giant lanterns. I think look really pretty with candles in them. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know that you could do a basket. Would it be weird to do a basket underneath there?
What would you put in
like
it?
Here we put baskets of ornaments under trees, but that's a retail thing. I'm not sure what you put in a basket.
A basket of sugar cones and pine?
Oh, well, that might work.
Like we have this bushel basket holding them. I wonder if you filled this with pine and then put the sugar cones in. I don't know. It's an idea.
Okay, well, there's a thought. A couple, maybe other people.
Snow batting. Although my cat would go crazy if I put snow batting everywhere.
Is this the red pine or does this have
red pine?
name?
Let me check.
A plastic stem that's sugared up. It just looks to me like it's covered in sugar and frost.
No, I renamed it.
But it's very tall. Okay, you're gonna decide what that's called. I've got 2 of them.
It'll just take
and
me a second.
It is great for big planters. If you need a big
frosted
showy stem,
pine spray with cones.
He's the one for you.
This is my favorite snowy pine next to this one, but they're totally different ballpark. This is my favorite large pine. It's beautiful, you guys. It's got a nice snow. Even if you're doing green, this is going to contrast with your green stems. It's so pretty.
So now we're doing a completely frosty.
It's on sale for $16 too.
And this stem, we used it last night in our Christmas tree, but it's not a pretty, completely plastic, also very frosted looking stem. Let's get that up there for height.
Oh, Susan's wondering if we're getting more Christmas jewelry. I think we need to.
Oh, we might need to place a reorder. We're going to repeat this one again. And these are all just excellent outside stems. You're going to get multi-year uses out of these babies. Okay, let's try this piece. That's one of Kate's favorites.
Love.
You're getting all the links for these if you haven't used them before. There.
I can't remember the names of the pine as well. Snowed pine. Oh, that's pretty
that
easy.
One also. And we'll put one on each side, kind of flopping out. Looks like it likes to flop out, so don't fight it. We'll just let it do that.
That's not what it's called.
This is called. And then in the middle, this is a good piece for filler. It's a multi-stemmed bush, more or less. And it's a pretty blue-green color. The round tip pine is
Snow dust pine spray.
Oh.
Snow dust pine spray.
So then this works good for filling in the center, and it kind of repeats that blue-green color of this guy. I also love these that we used in the Christmas tree last night. These long needle frosty things. Just a different texture altogether.
This in front was called the Frosted Round Tip Pine Bush for $17.
Okay. And then, oh, it's like leaning. This is what happens when I design backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
I can't quite get it to look good backwards. I'm not that expert, but we're making an effort here. Making an effort. What I like is the top of this is not all chunky. It's got some spiky things. So that always appeals to my eye, actually. And then we're going to put in a couple of the eucalyptus with snow. Those are so great. They look good in the daylight because they have that sparkly frost. A little sparkle is always helpful. Now we've got a hole in the middle. Let's work to fill in our hole with some smaller things here. We're going to do some red accents after we get this frosty base going in. Now this pot is way too short for this vine, but if your pot is tall, this is an excellent trailer, and it's probably the best trailer that we have, unless you want gold, and then I have a good gold trailer.
And that's the white spruce.
Okay, good, because I have no idea what that's called.
That's the one that also has matching candle rings and a garland.
Which we showed
This
last
white
night.
spruce bush is $29.
So it's similar to the other thing. I just layered it over, except for one of them has snow frost on it and the other one doesn't. So you get a combination here that from a distance you're probably not seeing the difference too much, but there's a non-frosted and a frosted piled up next to each other, but both of those together really filled in the whole front side. And then another good little inexpensive
that's
filler.
the snowed split pine, only $5. It's really great little stem.
He has snow basically on just one side. So it's just heavy on one side, not on the other.
Yep. Holly said, what is the best stems for a window box? Really, any of these outdoor safe
this
stems.
Long one would look good.
Yeah, draping and shorter. You probably don't want anything tall for a window box. But any of these outdoor safe stems would be beautiful. Himalayan pine as a base for sure. That's always our recommendation.
Himalayan pine will save a lot of time, but actually you could take chunks of garland and lay fat pine garland cut in pieces horizontally across your window boxes and then start picking things in. So we've got a good frosty base here and one stem that's refusing to stand up straight. But what I can say about this, let me hold it back so you can see our frosty base, no color at this point, just textures of frost. And if it were a taller pot, that would beautifully drape, or if you were putting it in some kind of stand, but at this point it's looking a little too long. But you get the idea. All these different things, you're all thinking it through.
I love this. It looks beautiful.
Now we're going to sparkle it up with some whites and some red accents. So this particular
Go above the table there, don't you think? Or no,
we
you got
got
enough cordage?
Yep.
Okay.
This particular thing is a fun item that's newer this year. So we are able to carry these outdoor safe branches with LED lights, and this is your red-white combo. We also have blue. We have warm white.
Here, I can kind of bring them into the corner of the camera here so you can see them.
And they all have this chunk of wire in between. How much wire? So you can separate them by...
And they're all plug-in.
Like 24 inches of wire from branch to branch. 24 inches of wire in between each branch so that you can position them correctly. They also come in the box with stakes.
Blue. It kind of looks purpley on camera. It is not purpley.
No, it's true electric blue.
Right.
And we should be putting those out in front of our store.
Look how good the blue looks with this, you guys. It gives it like a frozen effect.
Oh, man. Maybe we should, well, you can see how pretty that would be.
It looks so pretty. And then we also have warm white and cool white.
We need to put these outside our store.
I think we need those. And snow is so pretty.
I'll hand those back to you.
Okay. And then I also wanted to tell you we have, these are supposed to be coming. They're sold out right now. But we have them in gold, which the gold is not out. Do you care if I open this one?
No, that's fine. You could secure this.
Because right now this silver is sold out, but we're supposed to be getting more. And I've been waiting for a call back from the company.
You see how it twinkles? So I would use the same technique as the pine cone, and
here's how it comes.
Put a wire
flat. This is the gold, and it is a beautiful matte gold. And then they just shape out. They are so pretty, and they can go in porch pots. They can go in your tree.
So if you did put it in the planter, you could combine this with tall stems also, but basically it's going to twinkle like this, and you would just wire it to a stick or a stake to make it stay in there, because it doesn't come with the
These have pretty long cords. The starbursts have longer cords than the branches. So you fan it all out, and then each one also has 4 heads on it. So then you fan this out. So you have...
That's how you get your starburst?
That's how you get your starburst shape. So this is the gold. Also very pretty, and it's a really cool matte gold. And these have twinkle. So if you can see right here, the flashing ones. So it has a twinkling effect. And so does the silver.
They both come that way.
Yeah.
So back to the red.
I'll drop a link to all of them.
And I'm going to need that red ornament that I just dropped. Okay. So what I was starting to say is that in the box, there is a plastic stake that goes in the bottom of these. So this little set of 3 stems also comes with a short plastic yard stake. So each stem would have its own pick into the ground. But it's helpful that you've got this much lead wire in between from one to the next, because you can still arrange them and
answer a few
hide your
questions
wires
on these. So yes, these are all plug-in operation only. I believe we have, or we were supposed to get, the warm white as also a battery operated. So only warm white would come in battery or plug. The rest are all plug-in. Tammy asked if the gold one is a true gold or if it would mix okay with champagne. It would mix beautifully with champagne because it's matte gold.
It's fortunate that it's matte gold because it's not a gaudy gold.
Yes.
There we go. Now, what do you think of that? Get some red in the frosty. Look, pretty, pretty, pretty. And then what I would propose is putting some red accents down low. So what really needs to happen is I need to cut this ball pick stem off. Let me lay it in here without cutting it. We probably need more than one. Do you have one by you?
What?
A ball pick stem.
Which color?
Red.
Red?
One more red. And we could also put a little red sparkly stuff in there too. So we need more than one red ball pick stem. Let's put this one over here.
Okay, they're called shimmering spheres. Sorry, it took me so long to find. I'm dropping a link to the matte gold sphere.
And then a sparkly something would help as well.
Isn't this so cute? So you have a base, and then for the Christmas season, you add in your color, and post-Christmas, you take out the color and just enjoy a winter porch pot. Such a clever idea.
But a red stem like this could be used for your Valentine's look.
True. Throw some hearts in there.
Some heart picks. We better be ordering some heart picks.
Yes, we better.
So we have that option, and we have this option. 2 different shapes. This shape that we just put in.
This is so pretty. This makes me want to do another giant porch pot.
At your house?
Yeah, maybe on my back patio.
Oh, you could do that.
I have an itch.
And here's another shape option. We just carry a lot of red glitter stuff because you need many shapes of red glitter. So every year I've got more than one choice.
Red glitter leaf spray is what this is called. Red glitter leaf.
What's this other one?
I will tell you.
It says glitterberry grass.
Okay.
Glitterberry grass. So they are 2 different shapes, but there you get a nice look at how they work out. And if you wanted to, we didn't bring any ribbon back here today, but if you wanted to put some red ribbon in there, that would look good. A couple loops of ribbon. You could always put flowers in too, instead of the balls. But I think with the lights, the balls look good because it's all really shiny stuff with the lights. But let's take a look at removing these.
So Joanne, yes, depending on which ones you've bought, and if you've bought them recently, the outdoor safe branches here, she's wondering if the ones she's already purchased are outdoor safe. These are kind of a plasticky feeling wrapping on the light branch. We've had older styles of lighted branches that are not outdoor safe, that are like the birch ones are not. So it depends. You're welcome to maybe, I wonder if we could look it up by order, but I know you have quite a few orders, so it'd be hard to look it up.
It is new this year. We didn't have this
new
brand
this year.
last year.
Yeah.
So this is the first season we've ever sold the outdoor safe lights. Everything we've sold up to this point were not outdoor safe.
Correct.
Probably.
Yeah, and these are actually a better price point too than the
ones we had last year were.
This red glitter grass spray, you guys, is on sale for $4.60.
Oh, well, go crazy with that one.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Then that's how it looks with your red poinsettia. This is the hyper realistic red leafed poinsettia. Look at that, the way they did the petal.
Oh, that red poinsettia
is so has the realism of a real poinsettia, the way these petals have discoloration or the accent of the green, and they have a natural feel to them.
I named it the Timeless Red Poinsettia. It's on sale for $13.
Well, Harry's super showy. Looks good to the street.
And I have some photos to take, Mom. A lot of this stuff needs to be photographed.
Good photos?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got new people on staff that can learn to take pictures.
Yeah, it's a group effort.
It's going to be everybody getting more photos. So we've got a nice red look. Should we switch this to any other? How much time do I have?
You have 15 minutes. Yeah, let's switch out the stuff to gold, and I'll take these out of your way.
How about if we swap out the lights to a warm white with gold?
Warm white, you got it.
Let's just unplug this set, and then you can hand me the other set.
Okay.
We're making a really good mess here today.
Yes, we have some work to do, and we're gonna put these back together and photograph them.
Blue with blueberries.
Blue with blueberries. Oh man,
which
that
one
sounds
should we do?
too.
Blue with blue and silver.
Oh, you unplugged it. I was like, why did that shut off? Okay. So you want the warm white lights, you think?
Sure. We can do gold with warm white lights.
Or do you want to do a blue design?
Makes me know.
Let's do a blue design because this is already, these cords are all tangled. So
you should see how many things we have plugged into a power bar back here. Yep. We have all these different colors of lights and the starbursts and light garlands. There's just light ups everywhere.
Get this so you can plug it into your bar here.
So if we try the blue combo, I think that the best thing with blue.
Ha! There we go. Okay.
Okay. So just like the other ones, they're separated with chunks of wire in between. And I think a frosty background is ideal for the blue.
A few things here with this idea, and I think you can do two. There's this, and then there's these. You should show these because these are gorgeous.
Wow, this is such a bright blue.
Or you can do these.
Well, I think those are going to get lost with the lights. But we do have
an option.
A lot of different blueberries. Let me hold these side by side. Because if you did a planter without lights and you wanted tall blue stuff and shorter blue stuff, you could use both of these in combination. So I'd probably put this tall spike, maybe 2 of these up high, and this one draping out over the front. They would coordinate, but being different shapes and going different directions, that's why.
Tammy, yes, we will be getting more of the silver spheres. I'm waiting to hear back from the company because we actually were missing 20 from our order. So I'm hoping, yeah. I called them last Wednesday, so it's been a week, and they still don't have an answer. Like, come on. So we will be getting more. I'm just impatiently waiting for them to give me a holler. Miss Shepherd wants to know anything with snowflakes. Sorry, I can't say Carrie Shepherd. That doesn't work, Miss Shepherd. You know why. But we do have that metal snowflake, Mom.
A metal snowflake. Okay, we're going to show a metal snowflake. Hang on. We'll get the metal snowflake.
Design, faster, faster.
Silver
this is my favorite.
Stone.
It also comes in gold, but it's really inexpensive, and it's a good filler. They're only $4.50. So if you do 3, showy. That is enough to fill out a look.
For sure. This is just 2, and it's pretty showy. I like the blueberry. I think it needs lots of blueberries. Oh my goodness, you've got so much stuff.
I do.
There's so much stuff here.
We could design porch pots for days. I love making porch pots.
Should have just been gluing it as we go so that they were done, but we haven't.
Well, that's what we'll do next Monday, maybe. We'll live design porch pots.
That we could do.
Yeah.
Sure.
The blue lights are fun.
The blue lights are crazy showy. Oh, here's the other thing. For blue.
Should we switch it out for gold then next?
We're showing you all the different blue things. This is also a subtle blue. You liked this one in Kate's signature porch pot that we used at her house. But that guy takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, he's very full.
And he's nice and frosty. So there you've got to look at that too. Wow, the blue lights just make everything glow.
They really do. The lights are gorgeous.
Makes me want to do my house in blue. Kind of loving that.
You know, it makes me want to put that blue light set in my tall porch pot.
Oh, you could.
Yeah, it'd be really cute.
Right outside your house. Okay, we're going to switch to gold.
Let's switch it to gold.
Now I'm going to pull it all apart.
Do you want the gold sphere or do you want warm white lights?
I was going to do warm white lights.
Okay, you got it.
We could try to do both. I don't know.
I don't know. We're moving quick. I just have to find the right things to unplug here.
We're making a big mess. But
oh my gosh, it's a disaster zone.
We have a helper somewhere to clean this up with us.
Oh, Kayla.
Oh, we need to...
SOS.
There we go.
Okay, and then we'll put these in there and that gold snowflake.
Okay. She's bossy.
Yeah, well, you made me. That's your fault. I have a vision.
I should have had more daughters. I only have 2, but clearly if I had a bunch like her, we can get a lot more done around here. We get more kids to get more done. So here are the 3, let's check this out. These are the 3 warm white branches.
And we have a few styles of gold.
Traditional. What is falling all over the floor?
Your ornament strands. And this needs to go back here. These kind of fell out to the sides. There's a few golds. This one is like a really pretty, shiny, antique-y gold.
It's
as an option.
Very showy during the day. And when you use this one of them, because it has 3 parts, it does a good job of showing up. This is like called sea oats, I think.
Metallic sea oats,
sea oats, whatever that is. And this is our warm white light set. But the thing that goes with these sea oats is that draping gold fern over there. We have stuff so far. Just chirping over everything.
What do you do?
Okay, I am having struggles because this is catching on the light branches.
So the sea oats, and then this is a metallic hemlock.
I just literally can't get
really
this in
long. Oh my.
All right, great.
I was just going to throw it on the front. And then we have a snowflake. This is I'm going fast because we're running out of time. It's $55. There's 2 styles.
Oh, no.
And you can poke these into porch pots. This one might be too tall for this particular design.
Okay, that's how that gold thing drapes out of there.
No, wait, I'm going to break the foam.
You can see it. Oh, that's a tall one.
Yeah, it's super tall.
Nice. But it's kind of a vintage gold. So you've got more than one kind of gold happening here. And then we also have these gold wall pick stakes.
Would those match this better or no that?
Probably this. Tuck that in there.
You want another?
I don't have another. Reach me another one.
Here you go. Here, let me just do it from the front here because I can see.
You have to just lay it. There you go. That's nice. So those ornament picks just fix everything, don't they?
But if you want glittery gold, the silver also comes in this.
I think that's more of a
champagne. Yeah, thank you. Champagne-y gold.
And you know, if you hold that ornament to this, those two things.
To the sphere.
So we're just showing you these nice things that match up well.
So here's the matte gold sphere, not shaped all the way, and the champagne pine.
That looks good.
Perfect. So if you wanted to do champagne rather than the gold shown there, this would be a really easy way.
And when you're holding them side by side, you can see the difference in color.
Yeah.
Because the champagne versus the bright gold is 2 different looks.
So pretty. I love the champagne. We have to do this.
But on the right home, this classy gold look would be beautiful. And I like that the snowflake is an elegant shape.
Yeah.
Because gold to me is an elegant look.
Oh, explain the snowflakes. So the snowflake, there's 2 styles.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. The other
Here's
style.
The stake. And this is a very heavy snowflake. Well, the stake is really solid. The snowflake's pretty heavy metal. The stake is very heavy. They're $55.50.
Here's the other style. It's hard to see with all this stuff going on in the background.
Okay.
But there's 2 styles. They come unscrewed, so they're shorter. Like, you screw them together.
Oh, I see. Right here in the middle. So when it comes to you, it's going to be split in half, which is nice for storing too. If you're trying to put them in a plastic tote, then they come apart. It
says online we also have the gold lighted branch set of 3, but we don't have it here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the base is wrapped in gold wire or gold tape? The structure is gold? Oh. So she's saying that we have some that have a gold wrapped stem with warm white lights probably, which would be even better than this. Actually, that'd be what I'd prefer.
And the snowflake stake, those are 15% off, making them only $47 right now. They're sold assorted.
So if you get 2, you'll get 1 of each.
Yep.
One's more ornate than the other, might be the way to describe it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I dropped a link. Can you measure the light branches, Mom? Do you have your tape measure next to you?
I do. How tall are they without the stakes in them? Because if you put a stake on them, it is about a 5-inch stake, and it'll make it taller, by the way. 31 inches to the tallest point on these guys. 31 inches. They're just your really good outdoor LEDs.
The stem in the back was that
this guy back here, this frosty thing?
Yeah, I think that was the...
oh, you called it something else than red pine.
Yeah.
Is what it came called. So she's going to find that link
Here it is,
too.
the frosted pine spray with cones. I'll drop a link
again. That's this big guy up in the back, the tallest piece, frosted with cones. She's dropping that link. Okay. Wow, you guys
Did I get the links to everything? So Sharon, I got you the link to the warm white lights plug-in operation.
The crash course on designing planters for outside use.
I dropped a link to the snowflake stakes. They are priced singles.
Okay.
And yes, the snowflake is metal.
We haven't even shown you all the product that there is.
No, if you can tell behind Mom, we have a giant wall of do you want to move this? We have a giant wall of outdoor safe stems behind our little work table here. So all the way over there and all the way over here.
So you're free
there's
to
a
come
lot.
down and see our room. In this room, you can shop pine stems, accent stems, all the outdoor rugs and banners and flags, as well as, we should make sure our containers are out here. Our
and
pots,
we're going to photograph some
wreaths.
stuff now because there's a lot that needs photos.
She's on it. She's getting some pictures.
I need help.
Okay. Well, it's been a busy day here at the store. Lots of shoppers. Everybody's in the mood lately. So we're happy to have you hang out with us for this little bit of time every day. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow. Catch up with us then, and we'll be doing something fun and new.
You might just need a live design tomorrow, truthfully.
What's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
I could.
But I'm not here. But you could do porch pots. I am
Sharon.
adamant I want to take
Are you
a
around
day.
tomorrow, Sharon? Maybe I'll call my mom and have her come help me.
Yeah, there you go. Grandma should design a porch pot.
Grandma should make a porch pot?
Or she can make, Grandma's the master of swag. She can make a swag while you make a porch pot. There you go.
Oh, maybe we should just make swags. I don't know. There's so much we could show you. There's just a warehouse full of goodies.
Right. We could be live for hours and hours, probably.
We could. Awesome. Well, you guys have a great day, and thanks so much for joining me. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.